You have limits you can't even imagine yet. And not in a way that it's like, oh, you can do more than you think you can. That's true as well. Listen to those people. But at the same time, you also have limits that are real, just you really haven't figured them out yet. And what I mean by that is that there is a line in no matter what you do, right? If it's about forgiving people, say somebody dropped your computer and it didn't break, but it still made you angry and you felt like they weren't being cautious enough with your equipment, perhaps try forgiving them that time as an experiment for yourself and see what that brings you. Does it bring you anxiety? Does it bring you thankfulness? Does it make you resent that person? And if it does, can you combat that too? And every time this happens, every time something worse and worse happens, see how far you can take it. See how far you can take forgiveness. See how far you can take not feeling resentful. And whenever something new pops up, try to fight that too. And I'm not saying that you'll win every time, because you definitely won't. But what I'm saying is you'll find a new limit for yourself. You'll find a line that is more appropriate to your person that was probably defined as you grew into adulthood than you thought. What you actualize is only what you know about yourself. But when you push yourself to your limit, we're constantly beyond that limit. Say somebody killed your dog and it happened 3 times, and every time you tried to forgive them, but that didn't work because you were resentful, and fighting the resentfulness didn't work. And you go down and down and down the line, the chain of reasoning, and nothing worked. And what I'm saying is that your personhood, as whoever you are, probably hit its limit, where every time you try to cross that line, you get a bad reaction. You get resentfulness that you can't cure. You get anger that you can't solve. You get a problem that is just beyond you. And it can be about finding the right people to try to even push that even further. But I think at that point, you're coming to a point of diminishing margins. And that's okay. But what I'm saying is that most people aren't even close to their line of actualizing. When you close yourself off to opportunity, when you don't try to do things, when you don't do as much as you can and don't push as far and wide as you can in all of the aspects, in resentfulness, in regretfulness, in doing things, in loving people, in being unbothered, and all of the things that I make my videos about, then you don't really get the joy of life. And I think living life to its fullest illustrates that we know this concept already, because it's about pushing that line to where it already is. Imagine like there's a wall and you have a block that you want to push to the wall. And every time you push, it kind of hurts you. But at the same time, pushing brings you further, and it helps a lot every time. And especially the first few times. They might hurt the most, but they actually do you the least amount of damage. But they help with the thing the most. They help you push that barrier to the wall. And once you've pushed it to the wall, you'll know, because it hurts the most and it does the least, and you feel that inside of you. The moon is so beautiful tonight. Today was meant to be a different video, but I have to do this because I'm feeling so passionate about this right now. I'm just gonna take a moment to appreciate the sun and the sky, and it's I'm so grateful to be on my rooftop at this time of day, staring at this full moon, knowing there's so much ahead of me. And the more gratefulness I express, the more I want to cry. I haven't cried in a while. I clearly haven't gotten all the guitar out of me yet. But yeah, I think being grateful about the things around you and about the people around you that make you happy, that make you love to live, is the best way to live your life to the fullest. Is the best way to motivate yourself, tell yourself that you can do it, especially if the people around you will. One thing that you can do is make a group chat of motivation, where every day or every week or whatever, or every 4 days, it's your turn to say something in the chat, motivating a little win that you had, somebody that interacted with you that made you happy, anything that just makes people happy. When you drive the people forward around you and the people around you drive you forward, you have a friendship that needs no gas. It doesn't need a reason to go, because you guys are all happy to be together. Nothing comes from nothing, right? Like, your car rolls because of the gas and the plants grow because of the sun, but we eat food. And if the people around you eat food and they encourage you, then their encouragement fuels yours, and now your food is just the encouragement, and it goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you would just lose steam normally. But because you have this external fuel around you, these wins, this mindset of everything is always winning and people are beautiful and the world is magical, then you get to win, and that's beautiful. That's the greatest thing you can do in life. I just keep running into people in the street that tell me that this life is made for joy. And I'm so grateful that I was born into a country, into a family, into a neighborhood, into a city where I have found people around me where I'm able to be this kind of more free, I hope, citizen that loves the world around him. Loving the world around you, though, doesn't mean that it's not an absolute fight. There are so many reasons not to love the world. But my question is, why would you do that to yourself? yourself. Unless it's a matter of security, which I understand. And that goes also to my pushing the limits thing. You don't want to push your limits when it comes to security. Maybe that bike ride at home, whatever, it might work. But something that's actually insecure, something where you're actually pushing it to the wall, something where you might actually cross the wall by accident, is no good. Not good for you today. You might die, right, if you push too hard. But if you feel comfortable, then I encourage it. Ooh, that's a good idea, self-awareness. I don't know, a couple old people have told me that I'm just young and I'm naive and that I'll lose belief, but I don't buy it. I think maybe they weren't lucky enough to be born in the same place that I was or in the same circumstances that I was, but frankly, I think you read enough and you see enough and you think enough and you're in this other world where you need to do good for yourself and you need to be joyful and you need to be happy and you need to live and experience and look at the people around you and experience their beauty, their joy, their humanhood. Give them the time to run you through their camera roll, you know what I mean? Push yourself in that limit too, in being there for others, but also in telling them when to stop, right? It goes in every direction. It's such an omnipotent force that drives everything that you do, and I love this idea because there's so many ideas out there that just apply to everything in so many different ways, and those are the omnipotent ideas that drive how you operate in the world. And when you have one set, they all kind of fall into place. That's the best thing about being happy, is that being happy isn't sort of a process of locking everything into a precise mechanism so that it works. It's just pushing one and it'll domino all of the others down. Anyway, that's my little tip for the day. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow for something else. Good night.